Today's video is all about our kitchen island. As you can see, we don't have a countertop yet, and there are a couple of other finishing details that still need to be completed. Even so, I'm going to talk about the construction of our pony wall, how we installed our drywall and I got perfectly smooth end pieces, and how we used the Ikea support brackets to install our cabinets. For our island, we decided to do a pony wall out of 2x4 framing. We were originally going to use some of the extra 2x4s that we took out during demo, but they were a little bit warped and my husband wanted something that was really straight. We did a simple 16 on center construction, but we did a double header at the top, and this is because we knew we'd be installing our Ikea cabinets directly to this frame wall, so we wanted to make sure that we would for sure be hitting a stud. As you can see, we installed our pony wall shortly after we put in our perimeter cabinet, and we wanted to make sure that it went in before we got our new floors installed. My husband used both nails and screws to attach it to the floor joists. The following day, we had people come in and finish our floors. This was the only project that we hired out so far for the kitchen, and we used the same company that installed the floors on our entire first level so that they would match perfectly. Eventually, we added some sheets of drywall to both the front and the back of it, and then I used my trick for getting perfect end pieces. Essentially, I just take a piece of 1x5 MDF, aka 4.5 inches, which is the perfect width of a 2x4 and 2 half-inch sheets of drywall. Then I nail it in and then mud the edges around. This way, you don't have to deal with skinny pieces of drywall or having to use those metal edges that always require a lot of extra mud. This even works perfectly when you take out a wall and you have just that skinny piece left over from where it met the other wall. My husband doubted the process and thought that I should use drywall tape instead. I did do that on the one side, but I much preferred it without the drywall tape because it was a lot easier to mud and pretty much perfect. For my drywall tape, I install it like a paper mache. I dip it into a watered down drywall mud and smooth it on. Then you need to wait for it to dry, sand it, and then do another coat of drywall mud. This next section is going to be applicable whether you install a pony wall or not. To do freestanding cabinets, you can order these island support brackets from Ikea. They're essentially just angle brackets with a pre-drilled 2x4. It was a bit tricky to film this while holding it, but essentially you screw into the floor and then you put your cabinet in place and then level and hold the 2x4 to the bottom of your cabinet and then attach the side bracket there. I'm not sure if these island support brackets are new, but this is the third time we've done an island and the first time that I've seen them. The instructions come with a diagram of how many brackets you'll need, but for our run of 3 cabinets, we needed 4 brackets. We installed our first 2 cabinets while we waited for our third one to come in, and when it did, we installed that bracket and then attached them all together. Like the perimeter cabinets, we used the little legs that come with the Ikea cabinets, made sure they were all lined up and level, but this time we screwed them directly into the wall using the white plastic support instead of the Ikea section rail. Using the cabinet legs helped us line it up, but it will also help us to install the toe kick in the front. For our island, we installed cover panels that go almost all the way to the floor. We installed them the exact same way as the perimeter cabinets, so make sure to check out that video for more details. All we have left to do now for the island is finish up the countertop and do a couple of other small things. Unfortunately, our home and our pony wall aren't 100% level. The one side has fewer gaps than the other, so stay tuned for a video about all the finishing details.